these that only take one form. Okay, for example, we said that a gerund was another way of saying the verb, okay? And we finished the gerund with the ing, right? So this is a gerund. And here we have some examples. For example, working, singing, dancing. These are the gerunds, right? When we have two verbs in a sentence, and these verbs are together in a sentence, we can write the second verb as a gerund, or we can write the second verb as an infinitive verb. And all these depend of the first verb. ¿Ok? Todo esto depende del primer verbo. ¿Qué verbo tenemos acá? Depende de eso, vamos a escribir el siguiente con ing o con infinitivo. ¿Ok? So it says when one verb follows another can either be the gerund or the infinitive. Okay, so any of them, but all depends on the first verb. So let's see here. So here we have gerund or to plus infinitive. We have some cases in which we have not difference in the meaning. Okay, for example, it began raining or it began to rain. Okay, both sentences are correct. In both sentences, the meaning is exactly the same. Okay, so we can use both with the verb begin or began in the past. Okay, so, and these are some other verbs that we can use. Okay, it says verbs that can be followed with gerunds or infinitive without difference in the meaning. Okay, so we can use both. For example, continue adding the water or continue to add the water. So we can use both and the meaning is exactly the same. Okay, we can use hate, like, love, or prefer with a small difference in the meaning. Okay, we can use with both, with gerund or with infinitive. For example, it says, when we use a gerund after these verbs, we emphasize the verb. Okay, le damos un énfasis, le damos más importancia al verbo. But if we use an infinitive, we emphasize the preference. Okay, the preference for the action or the result of the action. For example, I love cooking Indian food. She hates cleaning her room. In these examples, what are we emphasizing? The verb or the action? What do you
The
think?
verb.
The verb.
The
We are
verb.
emphasizing the verb, right? So the most important thing is the verb. We are talking about this activity. I love cooking. I don't love cleaning. I love cooking. We are emphasizing the verb, right? But in this situation, we are emphasizing the action, okay? I like to drink juice in the morning and tea at lunchtime. I hate to be the only person to disagree. Okay, so we are emphasizing on the preference in this situation. Okay, what do I prefer? This. Okay, so this is the difference when we use the ing form or when we use the infinitive form with these verbs. Okay, that's why I asked you to write your sentences with the gerund form. Remember, when you talk about sports, hobbies, and other activities, I asked you to write some sentences with love, hate, and like, right? But you have to use the ing form because we are emphasizing the action, the process, okay? So this is the difference when you use to drink, or to cook, or cooking, or drinking. Okay? So let's see. There are some situations in which the meaning change completely. Okay? When we use a gerund or when we use infinitive after a verb. For example, remember, forget, regret, and try. These are some verbs that can be followed for gerund or for a infinitive, but the meaning in the sentence change. Okay, these are some other verbs that can be followed by a gerund or by an infinitive verb. For example, here, the general rule when deciding to use gerund or infinitive is that, okay, gerunds present, when we use gerund, we talk about the present or a past action. When we use an infinitive, we are talking about a future action. Okay, this is the difference if you choose to use a gerund or an infinitive. For example, the verb remember. I remember doing my homework. Okay, what do you think about this? When this person remembered? Today, in the future, or in the past?
In the past.
In the past.
In the past.
Okay, so this person did his homework or her homework in the past. Okay, and today is remembering that she did or he did his homework. Okay, for example, and in this situation you can use the gerund because we are talking about a past action. Let's see another example. Remember to do your homework. Okay, this indicates in the future, so that's why we use to plus infinitive, right? Okay, so remember now and you do your homework in the future. Okay, for example, if I tell you don't forget to do your homework, okay, I am telling you that you don't forget to do your homework in the future, tomorrow or later. Okay, so this is another example. Then we have here forget. I will never forget winning the race. What about this sentence? We are talking about the past, the present, or the future?
Past.
The past, right? So the person won the race and he will never forget about this action. Then we have, I forgot to do my homework. What is this?
Future.
The future, right? So I have a homework, okay, but I forgot that I have a homework, so I didn't do. I didn't, I don't know, I didn't make at this time to do my homework. Here we have. I will never forget winning the race. So this person won the race in the past, and this person will never forget, right, about this action. And what about this? I forgot to do my homework. Okay, yo me olvidé ahora que tenía que hacer mi tarea para el futuro. Okay, so the future. When you say to do, the future. Y si yo quiero hablar del pasado, que yo olvidé hacer mi tarea, I forgot doing my homework. Okay, so that's all. I don't know if you have questions about this.